Hello everybody and welcome to Factory Town. Now this is a game by a gentleman called Eric Asmussen. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. And it is in very extremely early alpha version. But it's actually a pretty good game already. So I would like to just show you some of this to start with. And you guys can see what you think. I think it's very cute and it's very nice, and I like games where you build up like this, you know? I like this sort of thing. So let's start by building our base. So we need to open up the menu, go to building, and build ourselves a base. Now trying to think whereabouts on this map might be a nice place. Somewhere with plenty of space, plenty of trees, water. I'm liking here. So we have now unlocked the ability to make some houses and things like that. So I will gather some wood. Right, so to do that, I need to click on a worker and right click on a tree. Click on a worker, right click on a tree. Click on a worker, right click on a tree. And they'll go off and they'll get me some wood. And that's how we start off. Once we've got enough wood, we can make a house. There we are, build a house. So this is a tutorial at the moment, but eventually we'll get out of the tutorial and we'll have to do things on our own. Ah, scary. So I'm gonna pop my house. I think I'm gonna pop it kind of around here somewhere, about there. And I'm gonna maybe. Apparently, I have to create a worker now. Let's just do what the tutorial tells me actually. Firstly. So we go to workers, we click workers, we pop down a worker. Now this worker has nothing to do. Oh no. So the house apparently needs to be supplied with grain. So we have a little bit of grain over here. So what I want this dude to do is to pop over here to the grain and take it to the house. So I'm right clicking on the grain and then I'm dragging the right click over to the house. And that tells him where to pop it. Another nice thing quickly would be to pop a little path all the way over to my house. There we are. So there he goes with the grain, and look, the house is now a little bit more happy because we've got happiness up here and it affects our production. So at the moment our happiness is terrible, but as the house fills up with food, hopefully we should see an improvement in that. Okay, so now we need to build a lumber mill. So let's pop over here and build a lumber mill. Boom. Now my lumber mill, where do I want to put this? I'm thinking I don't want it like right by my houses. But it's saying I can't afford it. I need more resources. So let's have a look at what we're missing. What are we missing for the lumber mill? Apparently we're missing 5 stone. Well, I haven't even asked anybody to get any stone yet. So I'm going to take one of these. I'm going to pause it with my space button. And I'm going to take one of these workers and I'm going to go, can you please go and get stone and take it back to the base? So go and drop off his wood or whatever. And there he goes. Bring in some little boulders back to the base. Which should then allow us to place a lumber mill somewhere. And one thing I'm finding I'm quite liking doing as well with this is to put a double wide path in as many places as I can. Maybe not like right up to the house or anything, just to allow, there'll be carts and things later on, and I'd like to allow them to be able to pass each other. I'll possibly do the same over here. I'll just do this, and then we'll kind of do that. So I'm going to make it so that we can have a little bit of building space over here as well. In fact, if I go all the way over there, I can build a couple of buildings in here. And then I can just pull this along. Like that. I can get a building in that little space there, I reckon. You can also do a bit of terrain leveling, but I'll show you that if we get to it. So let's see if we can make this lumber mill now. We can. So I'm going to pop the lumber mill here. Might pop it a little bit back from the path, just so, I don't know, I don't like things being like right on the path. I think I think it just looks a bit nicer like that. I don't think it affects too much. I mean, it's possibly more efficient if you have things all like close together and stuff, but I'm making a pretty village here, okay? Leave me alone. So I need to supply the lumber mill with enough wood to craft a plank. So to do that, I need another one of these workers, probably one that's working on wood supply at the moment. And I need to click on one of these little buttons. Okay, so deliver wood from base to nearest. I'm going to right click on that and I'm going to just go over there to the lumber mill. And that should make that little dude start putting wood into the lumber mill, which is great. And then the lumber mill should start making planks. But then I'm going to probably need another little dude to take the planks back to the base or wherever we need the planks. But for now, I'm happy for the planks just to be sitting in the lumber mill. That's fine. Oh, now we have to collect the, we have to collect the planks. Okay, so we have to have a worker to get the planks and a worker to remove the planks. So we might actually want maybe another worker pretty soon. I'm gonna tell this guy, this worker, to take these planks and bring them back to the base. So you just right click on the symbol and drag it to where you want to go. It took me a little while when I was practicing this to properly get the hang of the commands, but once you do, 5-10 minutes and you're good. Okay, houses can be upgraded. So hit the upgrade button and bring a plank to the house. Oh, once we have 5 planks, apparently. We need more planks. Ah, we have enough now. So hit upgrade. So we're upgrading to level 2. Doesn't change the look of the house, I don't think. I think a lot of the textures are still being added right now. And I think I'm going to probably find some like Kevin MacLeod music or something to put on here. But at the moment there is no in-game music. So similar to Card Life, I think that's one of the things they tend to add in a bit later on. And talking about Card Life, I might be doing some more content on that soon, but we'll see. They have just done a big old update. Right, so next thing I need to do, are you the now, gotta work out which guy's the guy taking all the planks everywhere. And get him to, right, okay, you're plank guy. So plank guy, I want you to take all the planks from here and take them to the house, level 2 house. And then it should be a little bit happier because it's got one of its requirements fulfilled at that point. We're still got terrible happiness though. Terrible, terrible happiness. Oh no, now we've got better happiness. It's 100% now. Could be better, but it's not too bad right now. Okay, so the next thing I need to do apparently is to build a market, and the market will supply all of my houses. So let's have a little look for the marketplace. Building. Market. Oh, we need 10 logs for that. Oh my goodness me. And we don't even have logs coming in anymore because I used the log guy to take all the logs there. Oh my goodness me. Okay, let's just, you go and do that instead, okay? You're just going to take all the logs. Yeah, that's right. He's doing it the right way. I thought he was doing it the wrong way around then. I thought he was taking logs from the base to the lumber mill. That would have been a bit counterproductive. But no, he's doing it the right way around. Okay. So once I have 10 logs in my base, which shouldn't be too long, I'll be able to build a marketplace. And what that will do is allow all the supplies. If we take the supplies to the market, then they can go to multiple houses. So we'll be able to build a whole bunch of houses around here. This will be my like housing area. We'll have a whole load of houses around here. And the market will supply all of them. So this will be the living place. And around here, you know, we'll have things like the lumber mill. We'll probably have like other little bits and bobs I'll put around here. And possibly there's a nice big flat space over here as well, so we might bring the road over this little hill or even flatten some of it down and just expand the whole town out this way. Give me a little bit more room. Yeah, so that dude doesn't always have stuff to do. One thing that is quite a nice thing to do, if I have enough wood for it, but I want to be a bit careful, is just extend the footpath around here a little bit. Just again, so that when carts and things are coming into this area, they've got room. Okay, do we have enough for a market yet? Yes, we do. We do. Let's build this market then. So it needs to be in a place where it would sort of fit the whole... Yeah, I reckon here. I reckon if I pop it there, it should be about right. Maybe there. No, we can't quite fit it there. I think there will have to do. So we've got this little market here. Again, I'm going to just put a little bit of a footpath in. Just there. And again, this is very decorative. It's just... Oh, apparently not. Okay. That's fine then. See if I care. So then what I really want is the grain to be taken pretty much straight to the market, honestly. But we can take it to the base. There's all sorts of things we can do to make this easier. But I just want to catch when the guy goes back up there. Right. I want to catch you. Tell you to take the grain to the market instead. That's going to be a bit better. At least until I get a few more workers, and then we might do a little supply chain. But at the moment, I think taking the grain straight to the market is best. There's grain over here, which is a bit closer. Probably about the same, actually. Or maybe even a bit further than this one. So I think probably that is the right one to be taking for now. So now let's build a grain mill to turn grain into flour. Well, I'm kind of thinking maybe having that close to the grain would be a good idea. I'm not 100% sure. I'm not the expert at this game by any stretch of the imagination. But anyway, grain mill. I need 40 gold. Oh, I nearly have 40 gold. That's okay. I'm kind of thinking, should we build another house in the meantime? Like, houses don't cost that much. Oh, apparently I don't have enough wood to even build a house. Well done, me. And there's no food. There's no food. Loads of planks, but I don't have enough wood. All the wood's being made into planks. Oh no. So I can't build houses. This is terrible. Okay, so for now, what I'm going to do is take all the supply workers from off of logs. So you guys, you can stop going on logs and you can just go on tree duty for a little bit. And then we'll change you back to making like planks and stuff later if you need it. But I want to build more houses so I can get more workers and stuff. So how's that one doing? It's got food. Doesn't have logs. Oh, I don't know. I need more people before I can properly get that working. So food is going to the market, but it's very, very slow. Very slow. Do I have enough for a house yet? No. Just want a house. That's all I want. Just one house. Well, loads of stone. Maybe Stone Guy could go on tree cutting as well. Get everyone on tree cutting. We're running out of wood. That's the problem. So it's very easy to change the little dudes around to doing different things. But at the moment, yeah, their production is a little bit low because they're not very happy. Still don't have enough for a house. How have I gotten so bad? But how about the grain mill then? We do have enough for the grain mill now. So I'm going to make that. Can I pop it? Yeah, I will pop it there, I think, for now. And there's a new Oh no, I always wanted one back, don't I? Oh well, never mind. That one will have to not be. I can't move them now. I can rotate, which is quite nice, or I can delete. But I don't really want to have to rebuild that just yet. This is one that hasn't been textured yet. So I imagine that that will come in as different patches get applied to the game. Get different textures on the buildings. There's enough textures to show like a template of what this is likely to look like later on though, so I don't mind too much. Got 7 out of 8 workers. Oh, I could have one more worker. Okay, that's good to know. If I had 10 coins. Alright, we've got to wait for another 4 coins to come in. And then we can have one more worker, which would be very useful. So we're getting a lot more wood stockpiled now, so that's really, really awesome. Now I can produce flour and sell it at the market for a premium. Oh, that would be good. Okay, so wait for my grain dude to pop up here. When he's popped up here, so see who it is. There we are. I'm gonna say now I want you to take the grain to the grain mill instead. But then I'm gonna need a dude to take it from the grain mill to the market. So we're gonna need this other worker when we get 2 more coins. Is anyone taking anything to the market at the moment? No. That needs to be rectified, I think. So I think we do need to go back to taking logs over here. We do need to go back to taking wood to the lumber mill. It would be like better if I had more workers or if I had some carts or chutes or something. But at the moment we are too early in the game to have any of those things. So it will get a little bit better later on and we can make some different things. These guys are doing nothing. Are they both taking wood to this place? Because that's wrong. I don't need that many. You changed what you're doing. Right, so we've got 1 wood deliverer, 1 log deliverer. Taking the logs to the market. Fantastic. That's what I want. And then I need someone. This is why I wanted another worker. I need someone to take flour to the market as well. So I need a worker. And that worker is this one. And this worker is going to take... Oh. Why aren't you doing nothing? There we are. So this worker is going to take flour to the market. For some reason that wouldn't let me select the worker properly for just a second there, but that's probably just something I did wrong with the selection. So we get flour into the market and then hopefully this house will buy it and they'll be really happy. There we are, 125% production. Everything's going swimmingly. This is what we need. So now I probably could build a... Well, actually, no, apparently now I can build a workshop. Well, that sounds useful. That sounds very useful. I wonder where I could fit one of those in. I mean, I could continue my path along here, or I could start trying to build a path over here. Put the workshop in there. I don't really know where I'm going to put it. I could put the workshop just behind the base, actually, if I wanted to. I don't know where to put it. I can always tear things down and move them, though. So I need another house, actually, and I need 40 gold. We've nearly got 40 gold. We've got enough wood for another house, which is great. So let's pop another house in. I've been dying to do this for ages anyway. So I'll get one in there. If the dudes would stop standing in the way. Dude. Standing in my way. It's never gonna not be a dude in my way, is there? Oh, quick. Quick, get it down. So I'll put another little tiny pathway over there. There we are. Dump, dump. I imagine that this is like their little garden. I don't know. They'll have to fight over whose garden is whose. Put flowers there. We can mow the lawn. Okay, so now I can build my workshop if I so choose. Except I need 10 planks. Okay. Unfortunately, all the planks currently are going to the market. So I need this worker to take the planks instead to the base for just a little while, just while I save up. So we're gonna have to do this kind of switching around for a little while until I maybe get a second lumber mill or something. And then we can have one for market and one for base, which would be ideal, I think. Okay, we nearly have 10. There we are, we have 10. So what were we building now? A workshop, wasn't it? So the workshop can go quite a few places, actually. Could actually go around here if I wanted it to. Which I think is quite a cool place. So I'm going to pop that in there so it's tucked right behind those trees. And build a little footpath going out here. So there's my workshop. I could even make like a whole little connection there between the base and the workshop if I wanted to. That would be absolutely fine as well. Someone there with nothing to do. I don't know what their job actually is at the moment. Can't navigate. Yeah, you can. You're just... Oh, right. They were just waiting for a sack of flour. That was all it was. Okay, so build a barn. Barns act as communal storage. Any items you bring to a barn are usable for the player build actions. I'm not certain I need one of those right now, but we'll build one because the tutorial is saying so. So we could put a barn like over here because this particular area can't afford. I can never afford anything. 40 gold. That's well expensive. Oh, wow, look how how expensive the kitchen is. Good grief. Stone bricks from the mason. Wow. Okay, so now we've got another house. We could actually hire more workers if we wanted to, which might be really useful. I don't know. Do I need more workers right now? I think I do, so I'm just going to keep it how it is because they're really happy at the moment. It's giving them a really good like boon to their production rate. Although possibly if the market starts running out of planks, we might not be in such a good position, but at the moment it's okay. If you keep running low on planks, build another lumber mill or make sure you have enough workers assigned. Cool. Oh no, my sock is stuck. I've got a nail on my desk and I keep like messing with it with my feet and I think my sock is now stuck. Because normally I don't have... Ah, there we are. Unstuck it. Normally I don't have woolly socks on. But it's really cold right now. So I've got a woolly sock on. Being my usual pro self. Such a pro gamer. It's dark outside as well. And it's only like 9 o'clock. Sucks. Okay, well that's given them a chance to get some money. But still not enough. Because they're not. I'm wondering whether to build a second lumber mill. I'm not sure. Squidge one in over here. I could flatten this area off and I could do all sorts of stuff up here as well. Just don't know. Or I could go over here. I'm just looking for flat space at the moment, to be honest. I could even just have one in behind the base there. That might be a good place for it. I'm being a bit squishy with everything because I don't want everything to be miles away. A lumber mill would be, oh, it would be 15 coins though. Okay. I think we can make the barn now. Okay, so I'm going to put the barn like over here. Because I don't want the barn right there because no point. Yeah, it could like nestle it back in with those trees. That sounds good. So we've got a little barn just over there. If I do find that it's not the best place to put something, I will change it later. I will pull it down and build something else. There's a barn there and that kind of opens up this area. This area will need some terraforming though, because at the moment it's not very flat. Not very useful. There's not enough flat land. I could maybe tier it into like 2 flat areas maybe. Not sure. Terraforming is expensive. I would rather try and use the flat land I have. So one thing that I could do, hasn't really asked me to do this yet, but I could put like a footpath over this little mountainy bit. So I could just terraform it just enough. Terrain. Flatten. So I kind of want to flatten it down just enough there. We can build a path across. Then I want to flatten this, just this little bit over here. Oh, I think we've run out of gold. Okay. We'll finish that in a minute, but I'll get it just flat enough to build a little ramp up there or something. Now I might just be able to put a footpath over it. Let's have a look. Yeah, so this is just a tiny little blip. So I can just get a footpath across there. And I can still put a footpath all the way down here. All the way to here, and then we'd probably turn around the corner a little bit and have a footpath all to there. There we are. So that's kind of the idea of what's going to happen. I'm going to just flatten that down a little bit. We don't really have enough wood left, so I need to wait for the wood just to... And then we've got all this space over here that I can use. Equally, if I start I can remove the resources here if I need to. If I needed to get rid of the trees, I can, but it's going to cost me to do that as well. So we've got a lovely little village started now, haven't we? It looks really cute. I'm liking it. We've got way, way, way too many logs and way, way, way not enough wood. So I'm going to take these workers off what they're doing and get them back onto like wood cutting jobs. So you go and do wood cutting. Just check if there's anyone going to that lumber mill. I don't want anyone going to that lumber mill. Just checking. No, no one is, I don't think. The market is out of logs as well. So what I probably want is someone to take logs from here to the market. I believe possibly once the market is full of logs that it will stop collecting anymore. Because it looks like you can only get 2 lots of 10 flour in there. So maybe it'll be like 2 lots of 10 logs. 2 lots of cloth, 2 lots of leaves, whatever they are, and 2 lots of diamonds. I'm not looking forward to the houses that require diamonds. That seems a bit like over the top, doesn't it? Okay, so now we can create a wagon. Ooh. That'll probably be the last thing I do before I stop the episode for today. So I need to make wagon wheels, and those apparently are made at the workshop. And for that, I will need someone to take some logs. I mean, how many logs have we got in the market now? probably enough for a little while. So we'll get this worker here that seems to be on log duty to just start taking the logs into the workshop, and we'll try and make some wagon wheels. See if we can get a wagon. And then the wagon can start taking the flour from the grain mill to the market. I think that's probably going to be the best use for our first wagon. That would free this guy up to cut some wood or to get some stone or something like that. We're getting iron ore? Where are we getting that from? Oh, okay, some of this is iron ore. Nice. Very nice indeed. Won't probably need that for a while, but still. Quite happy. I'm wondering whether to build another house. They all seem really well supplied at the moment. I'm really happy with the supplies that are going to the houses. It's great. But yeah, I think I could put another house in. And then we've got... Yeah, put another house in. And then we could also upgrade. No, we can't upgrade that one, but we can upgrade this one. There we are, they're all beautifully supplied and we've got extra people. We can have 14 people now. This is very good. And they're all supplied for and they're all happy, and they've got 2 gardens between 3 as well. Woohoo! Okay, so how are we doing on the wagons? I want to show you a wagon before I end the episode. So we've got wood wheels. Oh, we've got loads of wheels. Okay. Okay, let's make some wagons then. Right, to make a wagon, you go to build, you go to workers, you go to wagon. Now, I think someone needs to take those wheels away from the builders to the workshop. So I think that's going to be your job now then. You just take those away. And then we'll see what else we need for this wagon. We're going to need 10 planks. Why don't we have 10 planks? All the planks have been taken to the workshop. I definitely need another lumber mill. 100%. Needs to go in a 3x3. I could possibly fit a little one in there. Maybe that would be a good idea. Yeah, a lumber mill. Get another one in. Just for here. Once we get wagons, this is going to be a lot easier. Okay, so that worker's finished with that. So I'm going to get that worker back onto... Oh, right. This is why we keep getting iron ore. All the workers that I'm telling to cut down the trees are actually getting me iron ore. That's not what I want you to do. You know, I'm really happy. So if I see anybody else with a pellet of iron ore in their arms, I need to change them over. This one. It's nice that I've got it, but I can't use it yet, so... Right, so we've got 2 lumber mills now. With no one taking any wood to them, or from them. So I think you have a new job, taking wood to the lumber mill. And then once we've got a little bit more wood, a little bit more planks, we'll be able to build our first wagon. We need 10 planks, so plenty of wagon wheels. So yeah, once we've got 10 in there, I'll get the little guy that's taking wood there to bring the planks back. Doing well for wood now, which is much better because we were struggling for that for a little while. And I can hire more workers as well, which might be a good idea. Let's have 2 more. And in fact, this one can. I'm going to use you to take the planks back. I'm going to use you to cut down even more wood, I think. What I'm hoping is that I can get the wagon to maybe take wood from the base and take wood to both lumber mills. And then I'll get a wagon to take grain from there to the market. Because that guy's stood there doing nothing all the time. And he could be doing something useful, like chopping wood or getting me stone or something else. I don't know why we have 17 wagon wheels. Do we still have the guy, like, taking wood to the workshop? No, we don't. Okay, that's fine. That's okay. We'll eventually need that many wagons. I'm totally sure of this. I'm not totally sure of it at all. Ah, 10 logs. Perfect. Let's make the wagon. Let's make a wagon. Okay. So my wagon does count as a person, look. Counts. It counts as a worker. So that's interesting. But my wagon... So wait for the... Where's the little dude that's... Oh, I think that's the little dude that does the flour. Yeah. You hover over them, you can see what they're doing. So I'm going to get him on wood cutting. Maybe some wood cutting over here might be good. Then I can, like, maybe get the... That's better. And then we get the wagon over here. So I thought that maybe the wagon was free, but the wagon isn't free. Freedom isn't free. So the wagon will just go along, pick up the flour, and then it'll pop all the way back to the market. I think it might be a tiny bit quicker than the people. I'm not really sure. It probably holds more than the people. So maybe I can set up something that it'll only take when there's like a certain amount of flour or something like that. I'm not really sure. I probably need more people on grain, actually. How much flour do we have in here? Do we have enough? Kind of do. We could do with some of these logs from the lumber mill going back to market again. And then I will probably be working on getting the second lumber mill properly staffed and a supply chain going to and from it a bit later on. I'm not really sure whether it would be better to have the wood going to the lumber mills in the wagon, change what the wagon's doing, and have a person take the flour down to the market. Still not sure what's the most efficient, but it looks like they've run out of wood, so they're getting a little bit less happy than they would have been otherwise. So we've got 110% production rate, which is because they've got so much food. But as the logs come down, I'm hoping that will improve even more. And it's interesting how now we have more potential happiness because we've got more houses as well. It's interesting, isn't it? So... And yet, 4 out of 5 gives 125%. I wonder what 5 out of 5 will give. Be interesting. So once this house here has a log, we'll know that. A plank, sorry, not a log. We've got logs. So anyway, this is the start of my little village. We have 3 houses. We have a barn, a lumber mill, grain mill, another lumber mill, workshop, a base. We can now make wagons. There's probably a few other things we can do. We can build a chute apparently already as well, which is quite a nice thing. Not sure exactly where I'm going to use a chute at the moment. Possibly I could have people wood cutting over here, and I could have a chute going into the base for wood. That might be a really good thing. But we'll do that next episode. So I do hope that you enjoyed this one. And if you did, do please leave me a like below. Go check out the game. I think it's on Steam for wish listing. So I think the developer would probably be very grateful if any of you are interested in the game if you would go and wish list. They also have a Discord that you can check out as well, and I'll put a link to that below. But yes, if you did enjoy, then please subscribe. I'll let you know when the new videos are out. I hope to see you all next time, but in the meantime, please look after yourselves and keep being awesome.